Rascal, we're going to do some bedtime stories. You want to come? Oh, cool. All right. Come on, bud. You're the star of the show. All right. Come on, guys. All right. Who's coming? Come on. Come on up, bud. Come on up, star. The star of our show. Buddy! Yay! Come on, Rascal. Come on. All the way up. Razor, you coming? You coming, Razor? Come on, Razor. At least say hi. At least say hi. There you go. Good dog. Oh, you're getting kisses from Rascal. Oh, your kisses. Hi, and welcome back. All right. So what I thought I would do today is try to express how appreciative I am of all of you for your love and support for my first ever video series. Now, I had thought about doing this for quite some time, and it took me a little while to kind of gather it all together and get it going. And your response has just been so heartwarming. So I thought I would try to thank you all, personally. Now, I can't tell exactly who is watching the videos. So if I don't mention your name, tag me and I'll make sure I get you next time. And if you don't hear your name at the beginning, it might actually be at the end. So here goes. You ready? Thanks, Giselle. Thanks, Fran. Gail, you are so sweet. Thank you. And Marianne. And Marianne. Krista. Linda. Lori. Bill. Roz. Tom, the comical Canadian. Terry. And Paula. Thank you all so very much for joining me. Now, get yourself comfortable, grab a blanket or a pillow, and we'll get started. The first story is The Blind Man and the Cub. There was once a blind man with so fine a sense of touch that when an animal was put into his hands, he could tell what it was merely by the feel of it. One day, the cub of a wolf was put into his hands, and he was asked what it was. He felt it for some time. And then said, "Indeed, I am not sure if this is a wolf's cub or fox's. But this I know. It would never do to trust it in a sheepfold." Mercury and the Woodman. A woodman was felling a tree on the bank of a river when his axe, glancing off the trunk, flew out of his hands and fell into the water. As he stood by the water's edge, lamenting his loss, Mercury appeared and asked him the reason for his grief. On hearing what had happened, and out of pity for his loss, Mercury jumped into the water, bringing up a golden axe, asked it if this was his. The woodman replied that it was not. So Mercury dived into the river again, this time bringing up a silver axe, asked if this was his. "No, that is not mine either," replied the woodman. Once more, Mercury dived into the water and brought up the missing axe. The woodman was so overjoyed at recovering his property, and he thanked his benefactor warmly. The latter was so impressed with his honesty that he made him a present of the other 2 axes. When the woodman told the story to his companions, one of these was filled with envy at his good fortune and was determined to try his luck for himself. So he went and began to fell a tree by the edges of the river, and presently contrived to let his axe drop into the water. Once again, Mercury appeared as before, and upon learning that the axe had fallen into the water, he dived in and brought up the golden axe as he had done on the previous occasion. Without waiting to be asked, the fellow cried, "That's mine, that's mine," and reached out his hands eagerly to claim his prize. But Mercury was so disgusted at his honesty that he not only declined to give him the golden axe, but also refused to recover the one that he had let fall in. Good night, Yvette. Good night, Ed. Good night, Debbie. Good night, Sharon. Good night, Antoine. Good night, Grace. Good night, Sherry. Good night, Luann. Good night, Kathy. Good night, Denise. Good night, Alan. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams.